Here we are again with another Kingdom Hearts 3 Remind trailer analysis. This one's a bit different though, as of the time of recording this video, the trailer hasn't been officially released yet. The trailer was leaked some time ago and has since been privated. The trailer is probably going to be released at the State of Play the 10th of December, or maybe at the Game Awards at the 12th of December. Anyway, let's get started. The very first thing we see is a shot of Radiant Garden with the text "Development footage, subject to change", so keep that in mind. Although when that's been said, I'm not sure how much can change before the release date, the 23rd of January for PS4 users and 25th of February for Xbox users. The Radiant Garden Restoration Committee is back, which really is one of this trailer's highlights for me. Now that we know that Leon, Yuffie and Aerith are back, I just hope that we also get to see Cloud, Sephiroth, Tifa and Sid as well. And by the way, can I just say how great all of them look? Riku is talking to Aerith about finding Sora. Aerith reasons that because they still remember Sora, he must still be around, to which Riku says that they've been searching everywhere without a clue to finding Sora. I'm not great at differentiating voices, so I can't quite figure out if Aerith's voice is the actress from Cage 1 or the one from Cage 2. To me it sounds closer to the Cage 2 voice actress, but if any of you know who it is, feel free to tell me. Unfortunately, I don't think we can conclude from this scene that Radiant Garden is going to be playable. Maybe it is, but I wouldn't hold my breath since Riku is the central character, and I doubt they'll let us play an entire world as Riku. Speaking of Riku, I think this cutscene might be from the story scenario, and it'll probably explain how Riku and Sora ended up in the world we saw in the secret movie. Before we continue further ahead, I just wanted to read the description of the video before it got privated. When I saw the trailer I didn't think to read the video description, so thanks to Cage13 for making me aware of it, and thanks to Twitter user KyrieHawk for taking the screenshot. The important part of the description is as follows. Remind, the other tale that unfolded during the climax of Kingdom Hearts 3. Determined to rescue Kairi, Sora travels to the Keyblade graveyard a short time before the final battle was to take place. Lacking a corporeal form, he traces the hearts of the 7 Guardians of Light. Through experiencing their personal battles firsthand, Sora is about to discover truth that he has never before imagined. Let's keep this in mind as we see the next scene unfold. Sora is at Ventus's dive to the heart as darkness appears from the center of the platform and swallows Sora. When the darkness disappears again, Sora is face to face with a palette-swapped version of Dark Inferno. It has long been speculated that Dark Inferno is some version of Ephema, so it's interesting to see a palette-swapped version of the Dark Inferno pop up within Ventus's dive to the heart. Keeping the description of the video in mind, this must be one of Ventus's personal battles. Another theory is that this is just an additional boss battle to Vent's awakening process, much like the Roxas fight of 2FM. The next scene is an explanation of what happened inside Aqua's mind when she saw the demon tornado and she just gave up. She saw all of the Heartless as herself when she was consumed by darkness. This explains so much in a scene that was frankly quite dumb on its own in my opinion. Aqua clearly has some trauma from her decade-long stay in the realm of darkness, and in the moment it became a bit too much for her. I really don't know what to make of this. It doesn't match any of the cutscenes we've seen from Kingdom Hearts 3, and it does sound like Terranaut is speaking directly to Sora, telling him he needs to be willing to sacrifice himself. Moving on to something much clearer, here we see the Guardians of Light presumably fighting to keep Kingdom Hearts shut. It's worth mentioning that keyhole particles are floating around, giving some credibility to the theory that they are keeping Kingdom Hearts shut. It seems like we in some capacity are going to play as all of the Guardians we can see here. All of them only seem to be able to do 2 things, attack and aerial dodge, with the situation command once in a while. Xion uses Twist and Counter, Ventus uses Storm Rider, and Roxas uses Miracle Hour. I don't think we get to move around as the characters, only to either attack or dodge. After controlling all of them separately, it seems like we get to control them as a group. The group can still attack, but the individual Guardian's aerial dodge has been replaced with a Reflager. The HP bar is fairly chunky, so the fight probably takes a bit of time. Here we get a bit more of the conversation between Lusot and Sigbar that we've seen in the past 2 trailers. Sigbar seems to have confided in Lusot with regards to the black box, maybe because he needs his help in some way. After a cut, Demyx walks out of a dark corridor while chatting up Riku. The scene seems to take place right after Sora and Riku's team up against Riku and Sigbar. As the scene ends, Riku appears quite hostile towards Demyx because of his ties to the organization. I'm pretty sure nothing happens, as Demyx is only there to retrieve the empty replica for Namine. The next couple of shots is of Sora fighting Terranaut, Xemnas, Riku, Ansem and Laxine. For all fights except the one with Ansem, the floor is the same as the one we saw in the last trailer with Vanitas and Sigbar. I bet the floor is just different for Ansem because he's using some kind of DM. It's pretty clear that these are data organization fights. If you're not convinced yet, try pausing the trailer here and look at the command menu that has a very digital look. Another hint is from this point in the trailer where we can see the surrounding area of the arena look like something to be found in Tron. All of the bosses also has the same amount of health. I just wanted to quickly mention how awesome it is that they've included Xemnas' laser dome, that this time around is not a quick time event. With all of these fights, I just really hope they fix the guard issue. All of this is from the limit cut part of the DLC, by the way. Sora appears to be unlocking Riku's heart to experience one of his personal battles. Meanwhile, there is a voiceover from Sora that matches what we were told in the video description, that Sora can follow his heart's connection to the hearts of the Guardians of Light. Looking at Riku's dive to the heart, it's interesting to note there are portraits of Ansem, Mickey and Namine, but not of Sora or Kairi. Continuing, Kairi and Sora can be seen standing in the final world. This is presumably after Sora has been in touch with all of the hearts and rescued Kairi. A little later there is a short gameplay segment where Kairi is playable. Like Aqua and unlike Roxas and Riku, she has a shot lock. In this fight she is fighting Goat Xehanort and has Sora as a party member. I can only count 12 of Xehanort's Keyblade keys, so this is presumably in a kind of alternate timeline before Xehanort has sliced her. We do get to see Kairi's shot lock. While it's pretty, it's kind of all over the place. The platform the fight is taking place on is very interesting, kind of eerie. While different from the platform of the very last boss fight, it does have some similarities, mainly that it's in multiple layers. Kingdom Hearts is also in the background, although it's the corrupted purple color unlike the yellow version from the last boss fight. These two scenes might just be my favorite from the entire trailer, because they tease a Scala at Caelum that is explorable to some degree. In the last trailer I mused how it could be cool if Scala turned out to be KH3's version of the Cavern of Remembrance, and from this footage it might just be the case. By the way, notice how Sora has no party members while traversing Scala. Here we just see the Seasalt trio ganging up on Sayax. There's not much to say. Poor Sayax though, getting completely bodied. Roxas on his own is already stronger than him, and now he has to deal with Axel and Xion as well. Good grief. Riku and Aqua are in the land of departure. The lighting and the ornaments give it away. Riku asks if she's ready, to which she confirms and adds that this time she isn't alone. This conversation leads me to believe that they are going back in the realm of the darkness, probably to search for Sora. Maybe they need to go through the realm of darkness to get to the abyss that young Master Xehanort talked about. This is the very final scene of the trailer. Sora is in a nighttime version of the final world, and a voiceover by Cherothy explains that Sora will vanish from the world. The scene continues, and Sora is running towards Yasora. They both then utter the opening line of Kingdom Hearts 1.
I've been having these weird thoughts lately. Like, is any of this for real? Or not?
This is such an amazing callback. I'm pretty sure that this final scene leads into a boss fight, meaning that Yasora is the final boss fight of the secret episode, and he'll be Kingdom Hearts 3's version of the Lingering Will. And that's the trailer. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I'll see you in the next one.